him down for a loss of a couple.
And just nowhere to go for that runner. He had no choice. That defense, they were bringing it up front. Everybody winning their one-on-ones, and they completely had him surrounded.
This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Bringing the heat. Caught behind the line. It's Nichols. Strong, firm tackle. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy.
Turning it on! And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
And it's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
Got the first down and still on his feet. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
I bet that running back's eyes got so big when he gets that handoff going to the right and he sees the huge holes. Yes, please.
The defense just didn't flow quickly enough. All of the blockers had leverage on their men.
Yeah, that defensive line has to get off the ball a little bit better, get some penetration to stop that outside run.
Here's a heat. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
Offensively, I love balance. I love when I get some big gains on the ground, now taking shots down the field, but I gotta protect my QB. They did not keep him upright. He had a chance to make a play, especially after the big run play the play before. The defense was playing the run. QB couldn't get it done.
To the air, it's Baker. Moves away as he feels pressure. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Well, I think you're seeing a lot of resiliency from this quarterback these last couple of plays. Got sacked on first down. It's second in California. And that last scramble, I know it didn't get the first, but it at least makes this third down a whole...
Touchdown, North Carolina! First score of the game goes up. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game and get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Scanning the field, it's Bailey. Grabbed over the middle, it Smothers. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
NC State comes to the line to deal with third and short. They'll send the back in motion. Third down play from the gun. On target to the left. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. He's showing it all. The juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line.
Love the individual effort by the wide receiver after the catch, making people miss, showing you the speed. Now he set up his offense down in the red zone.
They say it's still a game of field position, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Let's it fly. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
This defense doesn't even have a chance to blink after just giving up an explosive play. You get lined up, and all of a sudden they're throwing it over your head again into the end zone. They better get ready, lined up. I'd expect another shot coming up.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking for a gap. It's smothered. He breaks a tackle. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. They plow ahead with the run, but still more ground needed to pick up the 1st down. 3rd down coming. Keep it on the ground. He is going nowhere as the defense is manhandling this running game.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Off to a good start here and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. He wants to go deep. He's got it on the right. Breaks into the open. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam, and the defense finally got it.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the 2nd drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And how about the timing of the linebacker on the blitz to get in the backfield and get the tackle for loss?
Is there anything better for a linebacker than to run on a blitz and nobody's home except the back?
Such a great feeling when the Moses parts the Red Sea and the hole opens up and you go fill it.
Trying to make magic with his feet.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
The Wolfpack faithful screaming at the top of their lungs, desperate for a 3rd down stop. Back to pass, it's Baker. Pulls it in, it's Nichols. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the 1st down.
That's why as a defense, you feel okay playing man coverage on 3rd down because you know you've got linebackers and you've got players on your defense that can cover these dangerous running backs mano-a-mano. Nice job tackling in the open field.
They'll try to quiet this crowd by moving the sticks on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a 4th down stop.
Man, that is just a great job on defense there on 4th down, making a play on the ball in the air. Everybody had their eyes on the quarterback, but having great timing, swatting the ball away and doing it cleanly. No PI. And as a result, that defense has earned a rest. They're coming off the field.
As an offense, you're okay with that. You're going to run option plays, and sometimes you're going to bust it big, but sometimes you don't necessarily read it correctly, get some positive yards, and then we come back and we do it all over again with different reads against the different defense.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Guys, we've reached the end of the period, and North Carolina's on top. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. The give to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And just a great job by the defense being stout. All right, that's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
NC State has to come up with a big play on 3rd and long. Quarterback may change this route. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Yeah, and the defensive line, you know, 3rd and long situations, I'm rushing the quarterback. You bring in the nickel, a little bit more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack on 3rd down.
Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Boy, that last drive, they had a chance to put 3 on the board and passed. This one needs to be productive, David.
Yeah, I got no problem with aggressiveness. It was a pretty decent drive. This offense isn't fully clicking yet. They need to get in a little better rhythm, and they need to capitalize on those scoring opportunities.
And they've got the weapons to do that too, David. They've got guys that can make plays in space. They need to focus on them and get them the ball this drive.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
The throw to the outside is complete. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
They're going to test that run defense to the right here. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
And the defense was locked in. You could tell they saw it. They reacted right away. Got the running back on the ground immediately.
The Tar Heels now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Dropping back, it's Baker. Pocket breaking down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got him there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
He's got an open man. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
Well, you can afford to be a little bit late as a quarterback when you're throwing curl routes into zone coverage when you've got an arm like that. This dude's got a cannon.
And the Tar Heels looking to convert on 4th down. They'll go with a direct snap. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
Hey, if you're going to go for it on fourth down, if you decide to run the football, you've got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward. They're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
And he tried to string out that run, but there was nowhere to turn it upfield, and he's forced out of bounds for a loss.
Well, they're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back, just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
The give on the inside. Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive points.
Might be calling a hot route. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Got a man, it's Rodgers. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first. NC State might think about going for a big one on second and short. The pull and throw off the RPO. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
It's not a great feeling on defense, too. When you're blitzing, you're expecting to get a sack. You're expecting to get a hit on the quarterback. If the offensive line and running backs pick it up, because now you have one less guy in the back end trying to cover all these receivers and tight ends, and you know you're in trouble.
They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
A great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get into the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
Back to throw, it's Bailey. Finds his tight end. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. NC State comes to the line to deal with third and short. Wants to keep it in the air. Throws to the wideout. Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. He can't haul it in. Incomplete. He had him on the crossing route, and he dropped it. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. Off the RPO, complete. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Great coverage on that fourth down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
To the air on first down. He's moving out of the pocket. Got a man. It's Culliver. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
He's got him. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. The Tar Heels in the hurry-up. Wants to throw on first down. Unloads to the right. Got the big tight end on the corner route. Just like that. A huge gain, and they've got it inside the 10. They'll mark it at the 8. Just like that, a hat trick of completions, and they're on the doorstep.
3 plays, 3 beautifully executed plays. This offense is in a really good rhythm. This defense better change something quickly because this has been way too easy.
He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. The run up the middle, looking for the score. Touchdown, UNC! Great job by the back on the option.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Quarterback making checks. To the air, it's Bailey. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on 1st down, but 2nd down's coming up.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Got it in the middle, it's Rodgers. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. I think that receiver really had 2 choices there. Catch the ball, or he was going to wear it in his chest.
Yeah, he's going to be maybe taking an ice bath after too many of these curl routes and catches them in the body like that. This quarterback has a cannon arm. The receiver found the soft spot in the zone, and man, the quarterback gave him no choice.
Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. Wolfpack will have 1st and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Makes the grab. It's Smothers. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. The play action fake. With the catch, it's Anderson. He's out of bounds, and they'll say he got it to the 45.
I'll tell you, I know they're losing the game. It's only the first half, but this offense, obviously, they've spent some time practicing 2-minute throughout the week. You can see they're really in rhythm, they're really in focus, and they're attacking the right areas of the field in order to try to maintain as much clock as possible.
Looking downfield on 1st down. That's caught. It's Smothers. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. Might be changing the route. Looking to throw, it's Bailey. Release to the back. The sure hands, it's Smothers. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Tar Heels will kick it away to start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. Slips through the line. This guy is so dangerous. The excellent vision to find a lane and get it out and set up the offense with good field position. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first third.
There he goes. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Wants to go up top on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Rodgers. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
Moves around to clear up the vision. Blasted as he lets it go. Intercepted for the 11th time. There he goes down the right side. At the 30. 10. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Tar Heels.
You always hear the old saying, tips lead to picks. Quarterbacks have got to be careful. You've got to be so accurate with the ball. If you're not, and a defender tips that thing up into the air, bad things generally happen. Pick 6. Doesn't get much worse than that.
And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he's not going to take the touchback. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do have it, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass, it's Bailey. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Well, defense wasn't fooled on that pass play. Great job by the defender knocking it away.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Makes the catch down the right side. Finds some room. The 10. Touchdown, NC State. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch it.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Game now, and they'll be looking to find some cushion on this drive. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Toss sweep to the right. Oh, he's got some space. He was off to the races, and maybe another step opportunity, would have scored, but they get him at the 21-yard line.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Finding an escape route. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line?
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add to that.
Off play action. Looking to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, North Carolina. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
They get him stopped, and he was close to taking that one a long ways down at the 38. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They're down 28-10, and I don't think it's exaggerating to say their chance of winning this football game probably rides on this drive. Complete to the left. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. The offense changing the play. Here's the pressure. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. NC State with a lot of ground to cover after losing yardage on the last play. Looking to pass. It's Bailey. Quickly complete. He'll be knocked out of bounds at the 29. NC State going up tempo. Gets the back moving. On third and long, he has to throw for it. He's going to take off. This defense makes a play, stopping him well short, and it'll be fourth down from the 24. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's incomplete. The long pass on fourth down is to no avail.
Well, they're unable to come up with that one on fourth down, and I remember this as a player. You practice specific plays on fourth down for those types of situations, and you know all week against the scout team, they've gotten really clean looks, easy to execute against. They didn't get a clean look that time, so you chalk it up to the defense and take note of it next time. You might not run that play again if you're in a similar situation.
Handoff from the gun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and force a tackle for a loss.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half.